go into the single leg stretch and the crisscross. Now this is clearly a variation on the mat work. Again, the roll up is from the mat work. Single leg stretch and crisscross from the mat work. We can do this in three ways. We can either do it top loaded, which is the easiest. We can do it with no spring, which is the middle, but in the workshop, I taught a version that is bottom loaded, which is actually the hardest. So I'm going to do it exactly like I did it in the workshop. I remember, I believe my dear friend Susan Moran from Power Pilates demonstrated this. She was my model. She's amazing. Dear friend, Susan, if you happen to be watching this, I send my love to you. So, on the BASI Systems Cadillac, we can actually adjust the resistance from the bottom. Great feature of this equipment. So this is equivalent to most other Cadillacs, one spring. Jackie is positioned so that when her arms are straight, her shoulders are under the bar. So come back, Jackie. Further, further, little further. I'm going to give you a secret. They should actually be a little further back than the bar, because when she lifts into flexion, that's when they're going to be exactly under the bar. I think she's in a perfect position. She lifts one leg and then the other. Lift up into flexion. She's good. She's very good. I'm going to ask you to go down again, Jackie, and just bring your hands slightly closer together. Good. And lift up again. So now you may not be able to see it, but her hands are opposite her shoulders. She's shoulder width apart, and single leg stretch. Notice how she keeps her feet on that same level, feet on the same level, feet on the same level. She brings the knee in past 90 degrees. So she pushes against me, she pushes against me, so she feels how the hip flexor works, pulling that leg in. Beautiful and beautiful. She notice the stability in her trunk. She inhales for the change, exhale. Inhale for the change, exhale. Inhale for the change and exhale. And bring both legs in. Shins parallel to the floor. Jackie, Jackie, Jackie. Now we go down. Good. You feel it? Okay. She's now going to come up for that crisscross. Very difficult exercise. So we lift up. Remember, you can do this top loaded. That's how I typically teach it. Or actually, I usually teach it without any spring. Just the bar. It gives you just that little bit of something to push against, to use those shoulder flexors to lift a little bit higher. Fantastic version. Lifting up. We put this hand behind your head. This arm is opposite the shoulder, and she rotates towards the camera. 1. And inhale, change, and exhale. Now she is looking straight towards me here. On this diagonal, don't over-rotate. And change. And right out there. Beautiful. Look at that even rotation there. The lower ribs, the space between the lower ribs and the ASIS on both sides are the same. And go. She's thinking, Rael, stop talking, let me move. And that's okay. But I love this. What some people do, Jackie, just demonstrate. They either go too far into their rotation or they let their ribs flare. Neither are good. And exhale. And let the audience enjoy. One more to each side. And 1. Keeping those ribs beautiful. Keep those inner thighs working. Push against me. And last one. come to center, hold it, bring the knees in a little deeper, and slowly down. Beautiful work. I can't ask if there are any questions. I'm so used to asking that, but if there are any questions, please put them on Facebook or wherever Latoya decides to disseminate this information.